Hello everyone, welcome to my YouTube channel. In previous video, I have shown you how to set a click listener on the list view, and when I click on any item in this list view, a new activity is opened and the song starts playing. And you can also pause the song and play the song, and I have also added the animation. So if you have not watched my previous video, then just go to description, there I put the link for my previous video, or you can simply do one thing, just click on the suggestion on the right side of the screen. Okay, so in this video I'm going to show you how to work with the next, forward, fast backward and the previous song, and also with the seek bar. So let me show you a demo of that. So this is player video, that's why this is not complete. If we click on the button, nothing will happen. You can see this, when I click on this, nothing happens, and here we don't have any visualizer. So let me just remove this, and this is player, which is our complete project or complete app, we can say. So click on this, and here you can see this is the visualizer, it is working fine, and I can pause and play this song as well. We can fast forward, here you can see this, the timer is changed, and if I click on the next forward side and the song is changed, you can see over here it's moved to the backward. You can also seek the song, like you can see this, it's changed to 204, and according to this the visualizer is showing. Okay, so I'm going to show you each of these all the stuff in this video. So let me close this. First of all, to work with visualizer, we need a recording permission from the user. For that, we have to add the user permission in this one, Android manifest files. Double click on this, and here we have to add new user permission. So user dash permission, and inside this one we have to add record audio. We have to add this permission, just save it and close it. After this, what we have to do is we have to make a small change inside this one. I hope you have just written this line and this one too. This is in the previous video we have added this. So if you have not watched the previous video, then I recommend you to please watch that. Okay, so let me close this. Inside this one, for where we have to make changes is just move below over here to the display songs, where it is. Okay, yeah, inside this one, not this one, on the runtime. Yeah, here we can see we have written with permission, but we actually need to take two permissions. So that is not permission, that is permissions. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to just delete all of these stuff. Even I'm going to delete this much part, and we are going to write dot with permissions. So this one we have to actually ask for two permission, that is manifest dot permission dot read underscore external storage, and the second one is manifest dot permission dot record audio, this one. After this we have to write dot with listener, and inside this one we have to write new multiple permission listener. When I hit enter, this time we have only two methods, overridden methods. In on permission checked, we have to just call this display songs, and in the second one we have to simply call permission token dot continue permission request, like this one, and here we have to write dot check. Now if I start the app, and let's check what will happen now this time. So I've started the app player video. Okay, inside this one, here you can see this, allow player video to record audio. If you can't allow it, then this will keep asking for the permission, because without this we cannot perform the operation with visualizer. Okay, so click on allow. Now this will work fine. Okay, so now we have taken the permission from the user for recording audio. Now the task with the main activity is done. So let me close this and move back over here. In the player activity, first thing what we have to do is we have to add one method. In the previous app, I have shown you that whenever I click on the next or previous button, the image is actually, we have added some animation to the image. This to this one. When I click on previous, one animation is again applied to this image. So I'm going to write one method to animate the image, and after that we are going to apply this. Okay, so here what I'm going to do is I'm going to write one method, that is public void, and I'm going to name this method start animation. Inside this one we are going to take two variables, that is first is view and the second one is floating value, and this will be degree, that how much degree we want to rotate the image. 360 degree, it will be complete circle rotation, and if there is minus 360 degree, then reverse complete circle rotation. Okay, after this we have to create an object of object animator. So we have to write object animator, and this will be object animator is equal to object animator dot of float. Inside this one we have to pass image view, and we have to pass this one property name, that is rotation, and we have to pass this off. We have to pass this from 0f to, and we have to pass the second degree from 0 to how much degree you want to rotate. So that will be passed by the user whenever, that will be passed whenever we call this method. So I'm going to write degree over here like this one. After this we have to type object animator dot set duration, for how much duration you want to perform. So I'm going to set this 1000 milliseconds, means 1 second. Okay, after this we have to create animator set is equal to new animator set, like this one. After this animator set dot play together. Inside this one we have to pass the animator, object animator, this one. Finally we have to write this animator set dot start. Now our method is ready. With the help of this method we can rotate that image. So now next thing what we have to do is we have to move over here, that is btn play dot set on click listener, and below this one what I'm going to do is I'm going to start coding with btn next dot set on click listener, and inside this one we have to write new view on click listener. And one more thing, if you are worried about that from where I am passing this image view, so in the previous video I have registered the image view. This image view is nothing but this one. The ID for this one is image view. Here you can see this. Move back over here and let me just show you that. So image view, here you can see this, we have registered this with the img view. Okay, so this image view is a image view of that image view ID is this one. Okay, so move back over here, that btn next dot set on click listener. Inside this one, if I check for now, I'm going to just start this animation. Let me just try this. Start animation, and inside this one we have to pass the image view and we have to pass the degree. So I'm going to rotate this 360 f like this one. And for now, if I click on the btn next, it will move forward direction. In the same way, what I have to do is I have to just set for this one btn previous dot set on click listener new view on click listener. Inside this one start animation, and we have to pass the image view and degree. So I'm going to pass minus 360 degree f because I want to rotate in the reverse direction. So let me start this and let's check it in this one. So amplifier video, so click on this. If I click on this, for now song will not change, but animation will be done because we have set the animation. Here you can see this, when I click on this, the animation is done in the forward direction and the backward direction. So this one is working fine. If I click multiple times, it will keep rotating. Okay, so this one is working fine, but the song is not being changed. Okay, so we are going to move back over here on the btn next set on click listener. Inside this one we have to add few more ports, that is to change the song first. So inside this one, first thing I want to do is I want to stop the media player. So stop. After this I want to release the media player, so media player dot release. After this we will extract the position, so position is equal to inside this one, position and +1, we have to increment the position. And from where? From my songs, modulus my songs, and dot size, like this one. After this, we have to create an object of URI. URI is equal to URI dot parse, and inside this one we have to actually pass the my songs dot get. Inside this one we have to pass the index, position, and convert this to string, like this one. After this, we have to write for this one, that is media player dot create, and inside this one we have to pass the context, so get application context, and we have to pass the URI, like this one. Finally, we have to set the song name, so song name is equal to my songs dot get, and we have to pass the position, and after this we have to get the name, like this. And finally we have to pass this txt song name dot set text, and we have to set the song name. So we have extracted the song name into this variable, and finally set this song to txt song name. Okay, after this we have to start the media player, so media player dot start, this one. Now what we have to do is we have to just delete this space, and let's restart this, and let's check if this one is working or not. So move back over here, this one, player video. If I click on this, you can see this AWFUL, this one MP3 is playing. If I click on this one, and the song is also changed and it's being played. Okay. This one is working fine. If I click, you can see this, the song is again changed and again changed. This one is looking nice and working as well. So now we have to work with the PDN previous. So here, let me just make some space. And here what we have to do is we have to start, first we have to actually media player dot start, and after this we have to release the media player dot release. Okay, so we have to actually stop the media player, change this one to stop. Okay, after this, after we have released the media player, we have to actually change the position. First we decide, first we will check that if the position is not in the negative or out of the index, so we will check that. So position -1 is not less than 0. If it is less than 0, then what we have to do is we have to check that. Here we have to check this my songs dot size -1 colon position -1. If it's greater than 0, then we have to perform this operation, that is my songs, that will this, if I have 10 songs, then size -1, that will be the position of this one. Okay, so now we have the position. Next thing what we have to do is we have to create a URI. So URI is equal to URI dot parse. Inside this one we have to pass this my songs dot get, and we have to pass the index of position, and this convert this to string. After we have this, we have to create a media player. Okay, we already have this. Media player is equal to media player dot create, and we have to pass the application context, and we have to pass the URI, like this one. Finally what we have to do is we have to extract the song name. So song name is equal to my songs dot get, and we have to pass the position, and we have to get the name. So get name, like this one. And finally we have to set the song name. So txt song name dot set text, and we have to set the song name inside this one. And finally we have to start the media player dot start, and that's it for this PDN previous. If I restart the application, so let me first close this one, that is player video, sorry, player. So this is player video, and here you can see this. When I click on this, if I click on this, starting of this one, here you can see this, both is working fine, and we can actually preview the song. If you can't hear the song, then it must be due to some technical issue. Otherwise you can see the name is being changed, and reverse direction, and this one is looking great. Okay, So we can also pause and play, everything is working fine. Next thing what we have to do is, if songs complete, like suppose 1 minute song is there and it's finished, completely run, already played the complete song, then what we have to do is we have to change that to next song. So for that, what we have to do is we have to move back over it to the btn play.set on click listener, and below over here we have to actually perform this operation media player dot set on complete listener. Inside this one, new media player on complete listener, and inside this one we have to simply call this btn next dot perform click. With the help of this, whenever the song is complete, like 1 minute song is completed, then it will automatically click on this btn next. So if I click on this btn next by manually, then what will happen, we have already seen that the song is changed and animation is done, and with the help of code this button is being clicked. Okay, so this is the difference between this btn next dot perform click or simply by clicking on the GUI. These both are same stuff. Okay, after this what we have to do is we have to move back to the top, and here we have to create a new thread over here, and here we have to create a thread, and we have to name this one update seek bar. We are going to work with the seek bar because whenever we drag that seek bar, for now nothing happens. Here you can see this, if I click on this and do something like this, nothing happens. But what I want is when I seek this one or move this one forward, then I want to actually forward the song as well. So I have just created a new thread, that is update seek bar, and after this we have to move inside this one, that is on create, and here make some space, and here what we have to do is update seek bar is equal to new thread. We have to create a new thread like this, and we have to override a method that is run. Inside this one we have to actually extract the value, that is int total duration. I'm going to name this variable is equal to media player dot get duration. We will get the duration from this one, and int current position is equal to 0. After this we will check that while current position is less than total duration, then what we have to do is just try, we will keep checking at every 1 second or half millisecond, that is 500 millisecond, that if the current duration is less than the total duration, then we need to keep seeking that bar. So try, and we have to put the catch block here. So catch, and inside this one we have to actually check for two exception, that is interrupted exception, and for the another one is illegal start exception, and we have to just print the exception if anything raised. So in dot print start raise like this one. Okay, it's showing an error, not to worry. Here we have to sleep the thread for 500 milliseconds. After this it will actually recheck that if this one is while current position is less than total duration or not. Okay, and here we are going to set this current position is equal to media player dot get current position inside, and after this we have to seek music bar dot set progress. Inside this one we have to pass the current position like this. And if you are worried about this, from where I'm getting this seek music bar, so we have previously created this one also. So here you can see this seek music bar, and we have connected this is the XML. So here you can see this with the ID, that is seek bar in the XML. Okay, after this what we have to do is we have to perform more operation below here. Okay, it's showing some error. Okay, let me just remove this super dot run, so I don't need this, and just put a semicolon over here. Okay, after this what we have to do is we have to just write like this: seek music bar dot set max, and set this one we have to set the maximum limit. So media player dot get duration, that will be the maximum seek bar limit. After this we have to update the seek bar. We have to actually update seek bar dot start. We have to perform this operation. Finally, after this, what we have to do is we have to simply write seek music bar dot get progress drawable, this one, dot set color filter. Inside this one we have to set get resources dot get color, and we have to set this r dot color dot purple. In my system this is the color code available. We have set the color for this one. Inside this one values color, here you can see this, the color name is purple. 500 or 700, I can use both of these are almost similar. So let me close this and back over here. So our color purple 700, and after this we have to write porterduff dot mode dot multiplier, and after this just close this one, and after this we have to write seek music bar dot get thumb dot set color filter get resources dot get color r dot color dot purple 700, and after this we have to put the comma and porterduff dot mode dot src underscore n. After this we have to set the seek bar change listener on this one. Suppose manually if users change or slide that seek bar, then we also want to perform the operations like changing the song time and these type of stuff. So for that we have to set the seek bar change listener. So seek music bar dot set on seek bar click listener new seek bar on seek listener, and here we can see this. After this we have to just work with this one, that is the last one, on stop tracking touch, and here we have to write simply like this: media player dot seek to, and we have to get seek bar dot get progress, and here you can see this. Now let's restart this and let's check if this one is working or not. So you can see this, if I click on this, yeah, the song is being changed. And if I click on again, if I click on this, here you can see this, now the song is being changed whenever we click on the seek bar, and this one is working very fine. Okay, so now the seek bar is working. We can actually progress the song whenever we click on this. Now what we have to do is we have to create one method. With the help of that we are going to get the timing. Okay, so public, and this is going to return a string. So I'm going to name this method create time, and this will take the duration, that is int duration. And after this I'm going to take one variable string time. Initially it's null. After this let me just make some space over here. Okay, so now after we have time, this int min is equal to duration divided by 1000 divided by 60. Close this. Int second is equal to duration divided by 1000 modulus of 60. After this, time is equal to time plus min plus double quotes, and it will be like this one. After this, if second is less than 0 or 10, what we have to do is we have to just increase the time plus is equal to 0, and finally we have to return the time. This time will get and set this actually this will return a string, like suppose 5 minutes or 3 minutes. So that will be set into the two text fields or two timer. Here you can see these two text view. We're going to set these whenever this second is updated, like suppose 5 seconds, then this will be updated to 5, 6. Every time we have to call this one, and this will return a new time. Okay, so now this one is ready. Next thing what we have to do is we have to move back over here where we left. Yeah, after the seek part over here, what we have to do is we have to write like string. We will get the end time is equal to create time, and inside this one we have to pass a media player dot get duration. When we pass the duration, it will convert in the format of minutes and second, and it will return in the form of a string that will be stored inside this end time variable. Okay, after this we have to set this to txt song end, and we have to set the text, and that will be the end time, like this one. Now the text is set. If I restart this and let's check if this one is set or not. Let's start this. Here you can see this, it's 2. If I click on this again, here you can see it's actually changed. So let me just rotate this one. Okay, we can't see it over here. Okay, we have some issue over here. Let me just fix it. Just move back to this one. We have missed one small stuff. Here we have to type time plus is equal to second, like this one. Now restart the app and let's check if this one is working fine or not. So click on this. Here you see this 2:55. This time, okay, it's not being updated. Whenever we click on this, yeah, this one is changing. It's 2:32. Every time if I click on the song, okay, we have to set the same for the next one, so that we click on this, the timer will be updated over here. Okay, so I will do that, not to worry about that one. So move back to the top where we are working. So we are working over here. Let me just make some space, and here we have to create final handler. We have to create one handler, and handler is equal to new handler, like this one. And we have to write final int delay is equal to 1000. After this we have to write handler dot post delayed new runnable, like this one. This will override the run method. Inside this one we have to write string current time is equal to create time, and with the media player dot get current position, we are going to actually update this text view whenever the seek bar is increased. Okay, so we have to update the timer inside this one. For that we have to create the handler. First we have created the handler delayed for every 1 second. I need to update that. Okay, so we have created this create current time, and after this we have to set this txt song start dot set text. Inside this one we have to pass the current time, and finally we have to pass this handler dot post delayed, and inside this one we have to pass this comma delay, and we have to pass delay over here too. So we have to pass comma delay, like this one. If I start this and let's check if this one is working or not. So if I click on this, you can see this, it's 0 0 1 2 3 4. Every time song is being played, and for each second this one is being updated. So let me pause this and let me close this one. Now the task for this one is seek bar and the timer is also done. Next thing what we have to do is we have to code for this one, that is fast backward and fast forward. So move back over here where it goes. Below this btn previous, and here make some space, and here btn fast forward. dot set on click listener new view on click listener. In the same way, we have to write for btn fast backward dot set on click listener and new view on click listener. Now click listener for both this btn fast forward and btn fast backward is ready. So first thing what we have to do is we have to check that if media player is playing. So if media player is playing, then we have to, whenever someone click on that button, if it's playing, then we have to skip that to 10 seconds. So media player dot seek to, and we have to increment the, we have to get the current seek position and then add however how much value you want to seek. So media player dot get current position, and I'm going to increase 10 seconds. So 10 millisecond, sorry, 10 seconds is equal to 10,000 milliseconds. So I'm going to add 10,000. In the same way, I have to copy this. Sorry, I have to completely copy this part and paste inside this one, and we have to just decrement this value. So decrement this, and now restart this, and let's check if this one is working or not. So click on this. Here you can see this initially it's 0. If I click on this, now it's on 13, 14, and this one 25, and song is also being changed. So if I click on this one, it's also working. So that's cool. Now our next and previous is also working. Next thing, our this one visualizer is not working yet, so we are going to work on that too. So just move back over here. Yeah, over here, make some space, and here what we have to do is we have to create one audio session ID. So audio, it's of int type audio session underscore ID. I'm going to name this one media player dot get audio session ID, and say this one if audio session ID, I'm going to check this one, is not equal to negative, that is -1. Then we have to set this bar visualizer dot set audio session ID to audio session ID like this one. Another task for this one is done. Now start this and let's check if this one is working or not. So let me start this and click on. Yeah, here you can see this one is working, and here you can see this one is quite small. Okay, the bar is quite small. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to increase the bar size. So move back over here, move back on this one. I'm going to increase this size height to 90. Okay, and I'm going to change this one to 3 or 4. 4 is good. Okay, so AV density, if you increase it, it will be quite denser, very thin lines, and if you decrease it, the line will be broader. So I have decreased it because initially it's 8, so I have changed it to 4, and I have also increased the height for this one. So I have started this once again, and let's check. Here you can see this is changed. So we have to make few more changes. That is, I'm going to change this one to not 4. I'm going to change this one to 3, and the height will be also, I'm going to make this one to 100. And now restart this and let's check this one this time. So I'm going to change this one to 5. So restart the application. You can keep it as per your choice. Okay. Actually, we have to set the AD width. AV width. Yeah, this one to 8 dB and change this one to 3. Now restart this one and let's check this if this time this one is looking nice or not. So click on nice, but it's quite thick. You can also change it as per your need. Make changes to this one width to 8 or less, and make the density as per your choice. Is working. Next thing, I want to set a name over here. I want to change this one to btech days player, and I want to set a back button. For that, we have to move back over here, that is player activity, and move back to the top. over here and make some space over here. And here what I have to do is I have to write on small stuff, that is get support action bar, get support action bar dot set title. First I'm going to set the title, and I'm going to set this btech days player, and get support action bar dot set display shown up enabled, and change this one to true. After this we have to set this get support action bar dot set display show home enabled, this one, and change this one to true. Now for now here you can observe that we don't have any back button, and its default name is here, that is Ampere video. So I'm going to restart this and move back over here, and this time when I click on this btech days player, and we also have the back button, if I click on this it will actually move back to the previous button. Okay, so we have missed something, I guess. Okay, for now this one is not working, so we have to override few methods over here. So for that we have to move back over here and make some space, and here we have to override on option item selected, and set this one we have to check that if item dot get item id is equal to android dot r dot id dot home on backrest. And one more thing, we have to override one more method, that is on destroy. Inside this one we have to check that if bar visualizer is not equal to null, then what we have to do is we have to just release this bar visualizer. Now restart this and let's check if this time this one is working or not. So click on this and click on this one here, you can see this, now it's working and now it's also playing. If I install this on my physical device, then still it will work, so not to worry about that. So here we have completed the app and it's working perfectly fine. Here you can see this, we can also seek the song. This animation is also working and everything is working. If you like this entire series, so just subscribe, share with your friends, and stay tuned for more updates and for the latest updates, and please subscribe and hit the bell icon. Thanks for watching.